Hello, and welcome back to another episode of my Minecraft survival series. If you missed the last few episodes, worry not, because I'll catch you up. Behind me is my starter house, and last episode, I decorated the inside of the house. This week, I will focus on terraforming the area around my house. As you can see, I kind of just have a bunch of junk behind me, and I think that will really help with the full immersion in the world. To have the house have a nice foreground and background. So first things first, I need to clear out basically all of this. Alright, so now that that's all tidied up, my idea is to have a river that maybe starts over here and makes its way around the front of the house in this natural depression here. So I'm going to get started by laying out where I think it is and maybe carving out a path. So this is the path of the river that I've decided on. And after a bit of digging, here is what I came up with. So I'm thinking the river will start here. I'm gonna cover up the rest of this hole. And the river will flow this way and kind of out of sight over here where I won't worry about it. Wow, once the grass spreads, it's like as if there was not even a hole there. And so I think the next thing I'm gonna do is fill it with water and clean up the rest of the terrain. I would say that's looking pretty good, but yeah, I realized I made a mistake, which is that I'm gonna change out the bed of the river so that it's not just dirt, and it's gonna be way more annoying now that I have to stand in the water to do it. Alright, so I made some other changes. As you can see, I was trying to work with the natural terrain here, but I decided to connect this lower platform up to the higher platform, and I think this could be a really cool like cave entrance, or mine entrance, rather. And yeah, I just tidied up the back, making sure we have continuity in this episode. I don't want to have like the back of my build be open. And yeah, I'm really happy with the shape. I just wanted to do it with dirt first to get the overall outline. Hold up, gotta sleep. And yeah, I just been improvising this and I did not practice. This is my first time really ever terraforming like this, and I'm really happy with how it came out so far. And hopefully it looks good once we get other blocks in. So I think as far as the shaping goes, all I really have left is the riverbed, which I do want to dig out. And I've been hearing like monsters under there, and I think I accidentally created a mob farm. So we'll see how this goes. So I carved out the bed of the river. Obviously, I still have a lot of work to do. I got to change out the blocks and put in some foliage, but I'm liking the shape of it. I think it's really coming together nicely. All right, just checking back in here. I've been terraforming the area quite a bit. As you can see, I'm doing sort of a custom biome here with the moss and the grass and the tough blocks. Yeah, my plan is to have like kind of this waterfall here. I put cobblestone in, but honestly, I don't really like it. So I still need to workshop that. Plus, the terrain in the back of the house is all dirt right now, and I kind of want that to be a little bit darker, just to contrast with the house. Honestly, I think it was a little too ambitious of me to think that I could do the terraforming and a custom tree all in one video. I think I'll be lucky just to get the terraform job done in time. Alright, so I finished creating the custom terrain, and zooming out, I replaced a bunch of the dirt blocks with stone and tuff and moss. I think it's looking really good. I think this waterfall area maybe could use more work, but I'm not really sure what to do about it just yet. But I am really liking it so far. Let me just walk you around, get a better view of things on the ground. I have this gradient here so that this can eventually become my mine. As you can see, right now it's just a facade. I've replaced the dirt in the back of the house too, just to keep things continuous. I did a little bit up above on top of the hill too. Something else that needs work is the end of the river just kind of goes into this cave, so I'll have to clean that up too. I just need to add some lighting in here, and the next thing will be putting in a custom tree next to the house and a little path from the front door across the river over to the next build. All right, the lighting is done. Okay, now it's done. And I know I said I might not have time to do the tree or a bridge, but it wouldn't feel right to end the episode like this. So let's build. All right, so I laid out a path. I wanted to meet up with the front door and come out and cross the river on a bridge before turning this way to the next build. And the bridge will be on a slight diagonal, which might make it difficult, but I'm up for the challenge. There's the path and the bridge. I think it works really nicely, like these brown tones really tie into the blocks I used in the house. This is the first time I've ever made custom terrain like this, but honestly, it just feels really cool to like walk around and feel how different it is to how it started. Next will be the custom tree. I'm thinking about doing it somewhere like here, and I'm considering doing a birch tree since we're in a birch forest. That might be a little difficult to make it look good. But I'm just going to kind of wing it and see what happens. I got my materials here in this chest. Now let's get building. Overall, I think I'm liking the shape. You know, I made it so the branches, they start out coming out horizontally before extending up towards the sky. I experimented with different texture, color blocks. Now I just need to add leaves to make it really like pop, make it really three-dimensional. I've watched enough Minecraft YouTube, I think, to know that when you're doing custom trees, it's really important to like leave, leave air in between the leaves while you're building. It just makes the trees look a little bit more realistic. Another tip I've heard or seen is to add in extra fence posts or I guess branches, really is what it is, that don't even necessarily need to be connected to the trunk to give the illusion of more branches. I think it's a bit of a trust the process kind of deal. All right, finally, I like the shape. It's nice and round. We still have this dead branch. I like the shape from all sides pretty much, but now I'm gonna be thinning it out a little bit so that I can see the branches, and I might add some of those loose branches inside the tree as well. Oh yeah, even that little bit is a lot better. I feel like it really added dimension to the tree. And that's my tree and terrain. Some point later, I'm gonna work on this little waterfall area, make it look better. And that's all I have for this episode. Let me know down in the comments what you think of my tree and the terrain and the bridge. I would love to hear some feedback on if you have any suggestions or comments for me, especially if you have any ideas for that waterfall over there in the background. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe. It's really the best way to support me as I continue my YouTube journey, and I really appreciate all the love I've gotten so far. Thanks, and bye-bye.